Shalom Yasharala Shalom. Kala Layam, Alahayanawa, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akim, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives here at the four corners of the earth. To the Akwith listening, learning, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp, and I will get right into it. I was watching this simulation, real time, right? Mock simulation, and some precepts came to mind, right? So we're just going to go into it in the spirit, whatever precepts come to mind from the images, we'll touch, Lord willing. Once again, a mock simulation. This is on YouTube. It's online. Isaiah 54, verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, right? The smith. In the ancient world, the smith created weapons from iron and coal and fire. They create swords. They created axes, right? The smith. Who's the smith today? The nuclear scientists, the nuclear physicists, right? And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Bringeth forth the instrument. What is this instrument? Thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles. And I have created the waster to destroy it. The waster is these missiles, man. Right? The waster is these missiles. Zephaniah 1. Zephaniah 1. Right? This is the Lord's will. Zephaniah 1 verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. Right? What day? The day of the Lord. What is it going to entail? Thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles in tandem with the laser beams from the chariots, the hosts of heaven, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. Right? A day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Right? What's going to cause the thick darkness? These missiles. Right? Thus saith the scriptures. Jeremiah 51. Right? This is a mock simulation. Right? Right? But it's prophesied in the scriptures. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9, and it reads, For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, right? America, right? America, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, spoken about in Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And what makes it spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt? Spiritual Sodom because of the lifestyle, the confusion in America, the alphabet boy lifestyle, the do as thou wilt lifestyle, right? The spirit of Egypt because of all the idol worship and different gods, right? Actually, before we touch here, let's get this. Spirit just came to mind, and we'll come back to Jeremiah 50, right? But the spirit of America, the great Babylon the Great, is the spirit of Sodom and Egypt. Revelation 19, verse 1, and it reads, The burden of Egypt, which is America, behold, the Lord, Yahawah, right, rideth upon a swift cloud. Swift cloud, what are these clouds? What is this swift cloud? The chariots, what are the chariots? The so-called, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, right? The Lord, Yahawah, rideth upon a swift cloud, right? The chariots are going to be here. Missiles are going to be flying in the sky. And shall come into Egypt, America, And the idols of Egypt, right? All these false gods, the idolatry, right? Shall be moved at his presence. These idols are going to be destroyed at the presence of Yahawah Bashim Yawashi. And the minds, right, of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, right? When this thing, when prophecies fulfill, when these prophecies are manifesting in real time, right, the minds of Babylonians, Americans will melt, right? Not gonna know what to do. Mass panic. People are gonna be in their cars trying to get out of the cities. The elite will be hunkered down in bunkers. Back to Jeremiah 50, verse 9. For lo means look, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, America, an assembly of great nations from the north country, an assembly of great nations. So Gog and Magog, who is Russia in the scriptures, Salak, Russia, who is Gog and Magog in the scriptures, right, is going to have an assembly of allies. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. The arrows, what are these arrows? The missiles. Right? We're not talking about bows and arrows in the ancient world. We're talking about missiles. An arrow can't take a nation from another country. It says here, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Right? She's not going to miss. Why is she not? Why are these missiles not going to miss? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yawashi, his spirit, will be in these these warheads, man. Right? Once again, this is a mock simulation. Right? A mock simulation. Right? But this mock simulation is written about in the scriptures. Once again, going back to America the Great being a spiritual Egypt because of the idols and the idolatry, right? Jeremiah 10, verse 14. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, right? Graven images, the idols, right? Caesar Borgia, Buddha, Islam, Hinduism, do as thou wilt, right? Everyone's going to be ashamed in that day of their images. For his molten image is falsehood, right? There's one true power, Yahawah, Bahasham Yawashi, right? And there is no breath in them. There's no breath in these idols. They are vanity, empty, and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, the time of what visitation? When Yahawah Bashim Yawashi sends his son, Yahawashi, to visit this place with the hosts of heavens, right? The hosts being armies, with the armies of heaven, right? In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. All gonna be destroyed, man. Malachi 4. Malachi 4 verse 1, and it reads, for behold, the day cometh. What day? That shall burn as an oven. That day is going to burn as an oven. Heat, fervent heat. We'll get that next, Lord willing. In 2 Peter. Let's hold that on deck. Malachi 4 verse 1 once again. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, the proud, the pompous, the haughty, right? Right? America, proud. and all that do wicked, you two-thirds of our people, these heathen nations, shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, right, with these missiles. Saith the Lord of hosts, Yahawah, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, right? Nothing's going to be left, man. Root nor branch, no trees, no branches, no agriculture, no standing monuments, no infrastructure, no buildings, nothing. 2 Peter 3, verse 10, and it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? Suddenly, unexpected, a thief, like a thief, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. The heavens is symbolic of the rulership. And who's the rulership right now? The wicked. Job 9 and 24, Malachi 1 and 4. The wicked are in rulership. Who are these so-called? Who are these banking families? Who are these ruling class elites? Who's the so-called white man? They're in rulership, right? In which the heavens, the rulership, shall pass away with a great noise. Great noise. What's this great noise? What's going to cause this great noise? These missiles. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? Everything's made of elements, man. The periodic table, the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? What's going to cause this fervent heat? The missiles, right? The missiles. The earth also, and the works thereof. Salak, the earth also, and the works that are therein. The works that are therein. And what are some of the works that are in America the Great, Babylon the Great? What are some of the works? Wickedness, alphabet boy lifestyle, right? False gods, right? Lusts, envy. Right, this place is wicked, man. This place has to go. Right? In order for the new for the new to come in. Right? Because then it's saying Salak. 2 Peter 3 verse 10 once again. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Right, so everything, all the works, wickedness, all the wickedness is going to be burned up. Right? Right? The Lord has to come purge this place with what? Fire. And what is fire? A purifying agent. A purifying agent. Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66. Verse 15, it reads, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, right? Yahawah, come with fire, and with his chariots, right? What the world even calls UFOs, right? Like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, right? So he's coming to purify this place. Yahawah Bashim Yawashi. Right? Right? That's the only thing that can purify this place. This is the book of Ezekiel. Verse 20, Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 17. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am Yahawah when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. Right? In that day, the world is going to know that this is the work of the Most High Power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's close out. Isaiah 34, verse 1, and it reads, Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Right? So what are the prophets doing right now in this time? Prophesying the downfall of America the Great, Babylon the Great. Right? Right? Come here and hear the judgment written of Babylon the Great, America the Great. Verse 2. For the indignation of Yahawah, indignation means righteous anger, is upon all nations. Right? All nations. And his fury upon all their armies. All armies. All armies are going to be put in subjection. All armies are going to be under the feet of Yahawah B'Shem Yawashi. Psalms 110, verse 1, and it reads, The Lord, Yahawah, said unto my Lord, right, the Son, Yawashi, right, this is a Psalm of David. This is what David is seeing in the Spirit. The Lord, who is the Father, Yahawah, said unto my Lord, who is the Son, Yawashi, Sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Right. So the Son, Yawashi, is sitting on the right hand of his Father, waiting for this day, waiting for this judgment, to make the enemies of Yahawah, Bahasham Yawashi, beginning with Esau, Edom, the primary enemy, his footstool. That meaning they're all going to be in subjection to Yahawah or Yawashi. Psalms 110, verse 5. The Lord, Yawashi, at thy right hand, that right hand of his Father, shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath. Right? Strike through what? These rulers, Esau's rulership structure. Yawashi going to strike through them in the day of his Father's wrath. Back to Isaiah 34, verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord, Yahawah, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Right? All these armies, all these rulerships. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. They're going to be destroyed. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. Many are going to die, man, in this lake of fire, this thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missile heat. Many are going to die. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. The mountains is these governments. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Right, that's that mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the tree. For my sword, right, what is the Lord's sword? These missiles shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, right, Idumea, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, America the Great, Idumea, the so-called white man, these ruling class elites, these banking families, right? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse, right? You Idumeans, to judgment. This is the judgment written. Stay prayed up, ceasing. Kwame Asherella, Wa Abad Babal. Shalom.